Welcome to the Startup Grind.
Tell us about what the company is, what your mission is, what type of, you've got one game that's been released. What games are you creating, or what game have you created?
So basically, it's a service that looks and feels like an immersive role-playing game or adventure game that has the kind of look and feel of an interactive Pixar movie, and it targets kids 6 to 12. So the foundation of it is fun gameplay. So the kids just think they're playing a fun game. And it's a pretty good-looking fun game because in that age range, they're not really that accustomed to high-performance 3D graphics and immersion. And then, of course, we really market it to parents and teachers that will understand that, hey, there's a learning benefit from social and emotional learning, which is turning out to be a really critical missing link in education and in people's lives today. So that's where I felt there was, again, a really great opportunity for innovation and a chance to really bring a revolution to what's going on with education and learning, because it's about time that we really started using technology effectively there.
Well, you've said you're trying to help raise kids with different values to solve the world's big problems. Wonder if you could talk a little bit about that. Like, what types of values do kids need to solve the world's big problems? What types of things are you trying to install?
I want to make clear that if you look at the history of character and values and morals, generally in the past, it was something that was taught by the religion and by the parents of that religion. And pretty much everybody grew up in a little tribe or a village, and little children, they grew up alongside their parents, and their parents were role modeling, and they're going to religious services all the time, and that's where you would hear about it. So this information generally would be in a religious or an ethnic context. Okay, about 100 years ago, that started to break down, and if you look at how much it's declined now, pretty much everybody's living in a big city, and all the kids go to a public school, and all the religious groups and all the ethnic groups are crammed in together, and these are kids that are not growing up alongside their parents because their parents are at work or they're missing, and they're not going to religious services, and the schools historically didn't teach this content. So SEL, this is a brilliant thing about 20 years ago, was a group of the leading thinkers about this in the academic world got together and said, hey, let's frame this in a way that's not religious, that's completely secular, and it's about managing emotions, regulating your expression, building positive relationships, making effective and healthy social decisions. It's basically a skill set that everybody wants their kid to know. And yet, even today, even though it's actually been proven in scientific studies that it improves academic performance if kids learn this stuff. It doesn't just reduce bullying and reduce discipline problems in schools and improve student well-being. It improves academic performance. It's kind of logical that it would, but it's not at any kind of scale, and it's so not at scale, there's not even a textbook for it, much less a standardized textbook for it. So what's exciting in today's world is that we can come in and we can put it in a game, and we're working with these master teachers that have developed this curriculum around it and polished it over the last 40 years. We can put it in a game, and that game can reach scale, because it can be an app in the App Store. And we just launched it a week ago, and we've got 200,000 installs already, again, without a dollar of advertising.